On this edition of the ZTV Sports Report, we'll have highlights from the men's soccer team in the MAC Championship and the last home football game.
We'll also give you bloopers from the show, women's basketball, and an interview with the coach of the Akron Rifle team. So stay right here because the ZTV Sports Report starts now.
Welcome to the last episode of the ZTV Sports Report of 2019, your home for everything Akron Zips athletics. I'm Nico Others.
And I'm John Alfieri. It has been an exciting season for sports here in Akron. With MAC titles, individual awards, and hard-fought games all year, there wasn't one moment to miss. To start things off, let's talk about men's soccer.
Going into the MAC tournament, Akron hosted the tournament due to winning the regular season. The men's soccer team entered with the number 1 seed and a bye in the first round. Here with the highlights is Jemiah Kyle.
On a really windy night of November 15th, the Akron Zips took on a game at the First Energy Stadium for the MAC Championship game against Bowling Green. This match was really a big one, while both teams had an outstanding season this year, but one has to go home tonight. Starting off the game with possession of the ball is Bowling Green, as they had good space between one another and long passes. But Akron came out the gate with intensive and hard defense, to begin including coming out to a man-to-man defense, which we can specifically see made Bowling Green kind of shaky on their passes and making long passes to one another. Up next with a nice pass to number 11, Will Jackson, as he striked the ball in the net, which had the crowd on their feet. But the refs end up calling this play as being offsides. This was a really good play to start the game with. As Bowling Green heads down the field, number 22, Chris Sullivan, finds the near teammate and he kicks the ball to him, which he kicks it right back to Sullivan for a strong and nice kick inside the goal. As number 21, Christian Young beats everyone down the field with a nice kick center field, but we just could not get there in time to have a nice shot to the goal. The ball gets sent right back to Young for another try to set his feet with great footwork to try to score another goal, which was not scored, unfortunately. As we kick the ball down the field with speed, number 9, David Egbo, was there. He had great control of the ball as he goes past 2 Bowling Green defenders. He begins to strike the ball inside the goal, which was blocked by number 8, Zach Boskar. With the side kick from the Zips kicked to number 9, Egbo, once again, he just could not get good position to kick the ball inside the goal. As the Zips is trying to get the ball downfield away from the defense, they ended up turning the ball over, which Bowling Green is almost able to have a good look towards the goal. As Akron kicks the ball all the way from the center field, the ball almost goes in, but was just off by a slight. This is good defense from Bowling Green with the ball almost being inside of the net. As Bowling Green makes their way downfield, Akron has great defense. All of the players stepped up, double-teamed, and were able to cause a turnover for Bowling Green. As number 7, Diaco, comes down the sideline of the field, he shoots the ball from the corner goal, which was just too high. But with almost a headbutt inside the goal, we just could not connect it with the net. As number 10 kicks a corner, number 23, Osman, sends it center field, which we almost had the goal, but Bowling Green goalie was a bit too fast. As Egbo comes down the field, fighting for position with defense, he is able to have good control, but he overpowers the ball over the net, which was a good shot, but no good. With the final play, Akron kicks the last corner kick with a strong kick from number 7, Diago, and another headbutt inside the goal with Bowling Green inside the net to headbutt the ball right back out of the net, which the Zips were really devastated. Although the Zips gave their best effort, they just could not pull off this round. The Zips always have next year to bring back the championship win. With ZTV Sports, my name is Jemiah Kyle, and see you soon.
Tough defeat, guys. This close loss snaps Akron's streak of 7 straight years winning the MAC championship. This loss also cost them a berth in the NCAA tournament.
Akron started off with a slow start this season, but they gained momentum towards the end. Hopefully next year they can regroup. Let's shift gears to women's volleyball, who traveled to Bowling Green on November 21st for the MAC championship, where they took on the Buffalo Bulls.
Sadly, the Zips got shut out 3-0 and lost the match, exiting the tournament early. Ball State came away with the title, beating Bowling Green in the final match 3-2. A tough way to end the season, ladies, but a 17-12 record is nothing to hang your head about.
Well, Now I guess we have to discuss our football team. The Zips have struggled under new head coach Tom Arth, going into this game against Ohio University with the record of 0-11.
The team looked to pick up their first win in the last game of the season and try to have something to show for their 2019 campaign. Here with the highlights against the Bobcats is my co-host, Nico Weathers.
What's up, ZTV fans? On November 26th, your Akron Zips football team entered this game against the Ohio Bobcats with a record of 0-11. They were attempting to finish the season with a strong performance to win their first and only game of the season. The game started off slow for the Zips as the Bobcats started the scoring on their second drive of the game when quarterback Nathan Rourke found wide receiver D.L. Knock for a 53-yard passing play at the 9:55 mark in the first quarter. As we can see D.L. Knock and his teammates doing a quick celebration. Moments later, Akron responded as Devontae just set up the Zips' first score with a strip sack and recovery of a fumble at the Zips' 10-yard line. Also moments later, Corey Smiggle kicked it through the uprights from 25 yards out. After Akron scored its only 3 points of the game, Ohio went rampant. They established a 14-3 advantage with another big passing play from quarterback Roy, who delivered a 39-yard passing touchdown to Shane Hooks. The Zips defense caused a second turnover of the game when junior Dylan Meeks caused the Bobcat runner to fumble and freshman A.J. Watts secured the loose ball on the turf. Unfortunately, the Bobcats still managed to keep the Zips scoreless and the Zips were unable to close the gap. Ohio opened the second quarter with a 40-yard field goal that increased the lead to 17-3. They also added 2 more touchdowns for a 31-3 halftime lead. The Ohio Bobcats outplayed the Zips the entire game. They did all the scoring in the second half, adding 21 points to the scoreboard on 3 different rushing touchdowns. Ohio outgained the Zips 603 yards to the Zips 74 yards, with 352 passing yards and 251 rushing yards. With this loss, Akron drops to 0-12 on the season, and they wave goodbye to one of its all-time senior classes. Hopefully next season the Zips can regroup and they can turn their misfortunes around. But until next time, my name is Nico Weathers, and thank you for watching ZTV Sports.
A blowout loss to end the season is tough, but a lot of players showed real upside for next year. We'd also like to congratulate John Lako and Alvin Davis Jr. on receiving all conference honors. Well, it's time to take our first break.
Hold on a minute, John. Let's not forget to mention our women's swimming and diving team. They took home their 6th MAC title on November 27th. Okay, now we're ready to take our break.
Stick around, we'll be right back.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
I worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear, filling in for Smokey because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. I guess Billy was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
Hey, you piece of...
Akron After Hours is a show on ZTV. It is a sketch comedy show that makes people laugh. Ha ha ha. It is a fun, light-hearted time, and everyone on the show loves it. Just look at the producer. He loves every second of being on Akron After Hours. Be sure to keep up to date on all of the laughs this semester.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back, Zips fans. Let's discuss women's basketball as their season is only beginning. Hopefully, it is going to be quite a year for them.
The Zips started their season hosting the Akron Classic Tournament, winning both exhibition matches against Tiffin University and St. Bonaventure University. Here with the highlights from their latest game is Brianna Gordon.
The Akron women's basketball team played against Purdue Fort Wayne, winning 64-53 in the 2019-20 home opener tournament. The game had a slow start. It was a tight first quarter, but Akron took the slight advantage following 10 minutes of play. UA used a 6-0 run and shot 5 for 12 from the floor to win the quarter. The Zips went to work around the perimeter, tightening its defensive grasp, refusing to let Fort Wayne score a point. The game between Akron and Purdue was a battle of quarters. Defensively, the Zips forced 19 turnovers, had 8 steals, 20 points of turnovers, and 12 points on a fast break. The Zips played their best in the final 10 minutes of the game, taking hold of it consecutively, scoring with no room for Purdue to catch up. As an offense, the Zips shot at a 42.3% clip from the field and went 4 for 17 from long range. The Zips shot a game-high 53.8% while recording a 75% clip from distance and knocked down 13 of 15 free throw attempts. The Zips hope to carry this victory throughout the tournament as they face off against Michigan. Akron went toe-to-toe with Michigan on day 2 of the tournament. Shanae Edmonds shoots, scoring a three-pointer. Michigan keeps the lead with the Zips continuously trying to catch up, with the gap continuing to grow. Akron's defense was strong, but not strong enough to prevent their opponents from scoring. Michigan kept possession of the ball, trying to make a play on the Zips, defending the ball. Kayla Robbins passes to Naz Hillman. Hillman attempts to score from inside the basket, earning a free throw shot. Hillman scores both free throw shots, enlarging the gap by 2 points. The Zips catch up in the final quarter, but Michigan used the last minutes to score, winning 80-71, ending Akron's reign from the previous game. Thanks for listening. I'm Brianna Gordon.
The Zips have looked really strong to start out the season, and hopefully they can continue this success going forward. Both men's and women's basketball programs are looking strong so far. An exciting season is on its way, for sure.
Speaking of fun and exciting seasons, Akron has had some amazing moments from all of our sports teams this year. Here with the highlights from the fall 2019 semester is Desmond Mitchell.
Welcome, Zip fans, to the top 10 best plays from the 2019 fall semester. Coming in at number 10, we have Elia Karsner jumping very high with a huge spike to score. Coming in at number 9, we had a Zip soccer team passing deep inside to set up Carly Skalinski to perform an awesome header to score the goal for the Zips. Coming in at number 8, we have an 80-yard touchdown pass from Cato Nelson to wide receiver Timothy Scipio. Then celebrating with the epic snowman in the end zone. Coming in at number 7, we start with the strong save from Akron that leads to a well-played score. Coming in at number 6, we have Ashley Richardson with a tough spike that left the defense stuck. Coming in at number 5, we have the men's soccer team with an awesome goal kick going right past the defender. Coming in at number 4, we have a pretty creative score with a bounce-in goal from Akron. Coming at number 3, there was a very high pass at David Egbo that he still managed to take advantage of and score. Just look at the athleticism in his jump. Coming in at number 2, we have Elia Karsner with a high strong spike and left them struggling to get the ball. Coming in at the number 1 play of the semester, we have David Egbo, crosses a defender, getting past, and kicked in a huge 40-yard goal over the goalie. What a great way to end the top 10 plays. Thanks for watching.
Wow, those are some show-stopping moments. My favorite was the 40-yard goal by David Egbo. Man, that was a strike. Egbo was definitely the MVP of the soccer team this season with 2 goals and 2 assists on the year, but his play goes way deeper than his stat sheet. What about you, Nico? What was your favorite play?
My favorite play, John, was the 87-yard pass from the redshirt junior Cato Nelson to sophomore Timothy Scapillo. That play was great, but the celebration was even better. That was also their first touchdown since September 28th against UMass. Well, John, it's time to take our last break of the show.
When we return, we'll have an exclusive interview with the Rifle head coach and our funniest moments here in the studio. We'll be right back.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Can we get strawberries?
Okay.
Juan, it's an emergency.
Caleb. What's wrong?
It's Goof.
I'm on my way.
It's worse than I thought.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
There it is. Keep going with it. Leo!
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
I bet you didn't know that the University of Akron has a rifle team, and they're having a ton of success this season as well.
Our own Lillian Cox had a chance to talk with head coach Newt Engel on the rifle team's history, as well as their recent victories at their turkey fundraiser on November 25th.
Here at the University of Akron, under Shrink Hall South, you will find the home of the rifle team. The rifle team is an overlooked sport that does not get enough credit for what they do. The team is made up of talented men and women all over the country. I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Newt Engel, about his team.
My name is Newt Engel, and I'm the head coach for the University of Akron rifle team. This is my 42nd season, I actually joined the team 45 years ago, back in 1974. I was on the team 3 years, and then I became the coach in '77, and I've been sticking around ever since. We have several different opportunities for people to compete at the University of Akron. One is my team, which is through athletics. We're one of the 20 varsity sports that athletics sponsors. We also have a rifle club, and that's a club team through sports clubs and organizations. And we also have a pistol club. It's the same as the rifle club through sports teams and organizations. It's often overlooked that a little bit of sports trivia for our listening audience is that NCAA has 90 championships that they sponsor. There's only one that is not male and not female, and that's rifle. So where there's NCAA rifle and men and women compete mano a mano, head to head, there's absolutely no difference. Where in a lot of the other sports, we'll have men's golf, men's tennis, women's tennis, and so forth. But in rifle, it's totally equal. We fired a match just 2 days ago here at the University of Akron. We fired against a team called the University of North Georgia. And our team has been doing amazing this year. They're taking us to competition levels that we have never been before. And so after the match last week, we drew a lot of national attention. I mean, my phone and my email blew up with people congratulating Akron. Matter of fact, I did a little press release and a story that said the day that the world stood still and asked, look at Akron. And that's what happened. We shot a 46.97 out of a possible 4,800 points. That was a full 20 points ahead of our team record ever. And, so usually when you improve your record, you go up 1 or 2 points. No, they went a full 20 points. They jumped right from the 46.77 was our old record to 46.97, which is the new record. It garnered a lot of national attention. And it also propelled us up in the rankings to where the highest we'd ever been before is ranked number 9 in the nation, and that was about 3 years ago. And right now we're sitting very comfortably at number 4 in the nation. And I call it one of Akron's best kept secrets, that we have such excellent shooting program here to have these athletes come in here from all over the nation, shoot Olympic grade and Olympic quality scores, and they do it just because they love it, because we're not going to be on the front page of the newspapers and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the behind the scenes unknown crown jewel of the University of Akron.
Every year, the rifle team hosts the Turkey Shoot fundraiser to help gain money to buy spiritware and other equipment they might need. At the fundraiser, you can donate $1 to play a game for a chance to win a prize. I had the opportunity to play a game and put my skills to the test. The rifle team was there to help out anyone that needed it, and to make sure nothing bad happened in the process. Everyone there was extremely helpful and patient with first-time shooters like myself. To my surprise, I hit the target 2 out of 5 times. Not too bad.
Thanks for tuning in to learn more about the rifle team. If you want to follow them on Twitter, it is @ZipsRif to learn more about who they are and what they do. Well, I'm Lillian Cox. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, John, we've had some fun and interesting times this semester, but nothing goes without a couple of slip-ups.
Well, luckily, we keep the cameras rolling for moments like this, and we have collected some of our favorites just for you.
Well, I hope this isn't going to be too embarrassing because my mom is watching. Well, that's tough.
Well, let's hope it's not too brutal for you, Nico. Here are the outtakes from the ZTV Sports Report in fall 2019.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's delete that. All right. Start it again.
And heading into this hyped-up homecoming game, they look to continue. When we return, we'll have highlights from our volleyball and football teams, so stay tuned.
I got you. Don't stare at him and make him uncomfortable. I got you.
I get it's hard to look away.
It's that time of the year. Basketball is starting up. Akron men's basketball played their first game at home on Tuesday, November 5th.
What game? Are you sure?
I was feeding off of whatever. Dominating preseason, and that's on me. All right. Which camera am I looking at?
This one.
This one?
It's on 3, but it's not showing. It's on 2. That's what threw me off.
the little words.
Yeah.
Too short, that's the problem.
Ready?
Hold on, my tie's all up now. Was it like this the entire time? What, you can't see it? You can't see how up this is?
The English is so bad. I'm sorry.
Not messing around, fixing it. Another tough loss in a hard-fought match. We're going to take our last break of the show. It's not the last break of the show, is it?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
We have a lot of close-ups.
It sounds like you're questioning.
No, I was questioning, I was reading, and I was out of breath.
Here with the highlights of the women's soccer latest is Deb.
I have Weathers in my name. It's tough.
We meteorologist.
Haha. Hear that joke all the time. All right. All right. You start whenever? Okay.
Yeah.
Move over to your left hair. Go back a little bit. Right there.
Oh,
No.
wait.
Right there.
All right.
Okay, 5.
3 goals.
Goalkeeper Lippy. What the Libby? That's her name? That's a great name.
What is that short for?
I don't know. Libithia. Oh.
Really?
Are you serious? We can't call her Elizabeth?
It was Libby on the score sheet.
That's
Let's jump over to our women's volleyball team, who has a 5-7 record on the year and a 2-2 record in MAC play so far this season. Their top scorer, Ash. All right. Hold on, what's my first line?
You're absolutely right, Nico.
Okay.
It's volleyball.
You're absolutely right. All right.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back. John, I already know we talked about the women's volleyball team, but we should mention them again.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nico. Zips.
Woo! That's tough.
Well, that'll do it. We'd like to give a special thank you to our producer, Lillian Cox, our ZTV director, Juan Contreras, Chad Welker, and Spencer Graham of Zips Athletics, and ESPN for providing footage for some of our highlights. Thank you for joining this year. Nico, thank you for joining me as my co-host as well. Appreciate it.
I appreciated co-hosting along with you and the opportunity that ZTV gave me to be on this platform with you. I really enjoyed my time working with everyone on our staff as well. I can't wait to see what next semester has in store for us and, of course, our Akron Zips Athletics.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Nico. Sports are something that brings everyone together, and whether your team is in the championship or hasn't won a game, go out and support your Zips. The games are free, and that is a privilege for us as students. So why not show up, make signs, and scream loud for your Zips? But before we go, Nico, what are some sports you're looking forward to for the spring semester?
Now, I know for spring it is big. The men's baseball team is coming back officially, and that's very special to me, of course. And also, the women's lacrosse team, we're introducing them to the university, so make sure everyone shows up. It's free with your zip card. Also, it's MAC conference play for the men's and women's basketball. Now, I know you have something to say about the men's basketball team, so I'm just going to let you take the field right there.
So John Gross is in his third year as the Akron Zips head coach. This is his team now, guys that he recruited, guys that weren't left over when Keith Dambront left 3 years ago. If he wants to prove himself as the coach and prove himself to be the guy for Akron, I think this season is his defining year. And honestly, the teams look really good so far. Tyler Cheese, Lauren Christian Jackson, 2 very talented guards. I think they're going to have a shot this year, Nico.
And for me, I believe the women's basketball team is the most exciting. Personally, I've been to a ton of games, and they're showing a lot of signs of life, especially against that game against Michigan. They may have lost, but you've seen sparks from the bench, from the starters, and they showed that they really do deserve to hang with the top guns. Now, I know you played baseball when you were younger. What do you think our chances are this year?
It's going to be a young team, an inexperienced team, but the head coach is good. The field is gorgeous, gorgeous turf field. Go check it out. Go support your Zips at all the baseball games as well as any other sporting events. Why not?
So make sure you guys show up and show out and support all of our programs, and especially the MAC conference play for the women's and men's basketball teams. And please welcome back the baseball and introduce the lacrosse team. Make sure you follow us on social media at the ZTV Sports Report on Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Signing off, I'm Nico Weathers.
And I'm John Alfieri.
Go Zips.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.